Hi folks, Blackberry Gardener back with you. Just wanted to make a video here. I'm starting a new venture along with the gardening. Blackberries. I'm going to sell blackberries on a U-pick program where people come in. We'll take them down there in the golf carts. And we got a big 100 by 100 garden I've turned into nothing but blackberries. If you'll remember in some of the earlier videos, this garden was our original garden years ago, and we moved the garden up on top of the hill so we could make it bigger. And I'll show you all this in a little later, but for now, I just got this package in the mail. We get our blackberries, as you can see, from North Farms Incorporated. They're out of Massachusetts. I highly recommend them. They're not that expensive. They're cheaper than most of the rest, and they really care about how they get them shipped to you. The roots are always still moist, ready to go in the ground. So let's just break this open and see what we got. I'm impressed really with the box. The box made out of, got a wax coating on it. I don't know exactly what that's all about. We've got to do something to keep it fresher, I'm sure. But I was real impressed last time. Right now you can see this wax coating on here. The last, let's see, 3 weeks ago I ordered 25 Primark Freedoms and 25 Primark Travelers plants, and they come to me in 2 days. I'm not kidding you. From Massachusetts to me in 2 days. I ordered on Monday and I got them Wednesday or Thursday. It was awful quick. 25 of each. And 25 of each was about, I want to say they were $90 for 25. I think that's about what it is. But the blackberry plants aren't cheap. They're just not. Of course, it's just like anything else. The more you buy, the cheaper it is. But let's get going. You see all the bubble wrap and everything. And here's how they come. You always get a planting guide. I've got 2 or 3 of these books now, and here's something I want to show you. Here's the bill here. I got 25 Natchez, 25 Wichita, 25 Primark Freedom, and 25 Primark Traveler. Their online service is closed now for the year, but you can still get them if you call them. You can just get it to go to the bottom of their page on the internet and give them a call. And there's a real nice lady that you can talk to. She'll tell you if they still have them or not. Like I said, you get this manual, tells you everything you want to know about blackberries. And this is something, hope you can see this, called Agrigel. It's a granule, and there's enough in here to do 2 gallons of water. You mix it with 2 gallons of water, let it sit for about 20 minutes, and it turns to a slurry, I want to call it. It's unbelievable how it feels. And what you do is you take your plant root, your root ball. Let's see what we got here first. Okay. Alright, here's the label. This is the Primark Traveler. Okay. They're in a root ball, ready to go on the ground. That's the Primark Traveler. Okay. See how neatly they were packed? Here is The notches. Notches, same thing. They're just packaged so neatly. So neatly. Look at that root ball. And it's just as moist as it can be. Just as moist and wet. Okay, I won't go through the whole box. I got, like I said, I got 4. That's 2. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get here. I've been working in the garden today, preparing it for these blackberries. Raining. I got it tilled twice now, and the rain didn't help me any on that, because then I had to go in there with the golf car. This one you see here, this is the old golf car, and set the post for the fence. It's not a fence, but you know what I mean. And it was muddy, but I got it done. Anyway, here are the Primark Freedoms, okay? So obviously, this last batch, oh my goodness, is the Primark, or not Primark, the Wichita. And there's bubble wrap on the bottom of that. Unbelievable how well this is packaged. Unbelievable. And they're so moist. I can't get over how moist they are. But that's what I wanted to show you there. I'll shut this off for just a second. We'll go down to the garden and I'll show you how I prepared it, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, folks. Back at you here. I know you guys have seen this particular scene before. This is going around the garage in the shop. Down over the hill. Now up there where that flag is, that's the big garden that you're familiar with. Now down here you may not be too familiar. This is where the garden used to be. Man, it has rained here all day. This is roughly 100 by 100. And you can see the fence post. I'll string electric fence wire about 2 feet up, and then up around where the white ends up there, I'll put another strand. It'll go all the way down and all the way back. And then the canes will go in between there, and it holds them up. It's trellising. And as you can see, I did all this I did all this today in rain. It was raining and it got wet. I got wet. Almost got muddy on me. It's trying to rain right now. But I've got 2 rows, as you can see. Let's go over here. So hard for me to see through this viewfinder. It's real hard. I don't know why. But anyway, what I do is I got 25 canes in a row, 25 plants. This second group is the Primark Freedoms. And you can see I plant them every 3 feet. Okay? Okay, yeah, the ground's starting to solid up a little bit, firm up. Every 3 feet. And I come down here this morning early, rototilled before the rain started, and I'm gonna have to speed it up because it's raining right now. Every 3 feet, about 100 feet long. About 100 feet long. We're gonna have about 700 feet of blackberries, 7 to 7, somewhere in that area. But it wasn't bad with it being as wet as it was. It helped driving and posting in the ground. But this is basically what I got. This is all going to be blackberries. All going to be blackberries. I've got 2 rows of pumpkins over there, as you can see. This blackberry patch was put in after we had put the pumpkins out over here. I got 2 rows of pumpkins, as you can see there. And I could care less. I want to plow them up. My wife won't let me. And what she says goes, if you know what I mean. So we're going to run. This will be the only year the pumpkins will be in between the blackberry rows. Now the blackberry rows are 12 feet apart. Okay, and they're running this way. That gives us room for people to walk up and down between the rows, because they sure do branch out. I'm going to have to speed this up because it's trying to rain. So go back around this way. But that's just about the idea. Now I got all this idea. I can't take credit for this from a buddy of mine, Texas Prepper 2, TP2. If he ever watches this, I wanna tell him how thankful I am of all the help he's given me over the years with this. I've watched all of his blackberry videos, and this is for him. I hope he sees this. I want him to let me know what he thinks, if this will work, because it's very similar to what he's done, and it sure don't take them blackberries long to sprout. If you'll look at these are nothing but bare sticks when I put them in the ground right here, and they're really coming up. They're really coming up. I'll actually have blackberries next year. Good, let's hang on a minute. I'll just take you back here. I got one row I did last year. We've had a few berries off of it already. Darn this rain. We've had enough. It's not been a downpour. There's my taters. Taters are looking good. I'm fighting the bugs on them like I do every year. But I'm winning this year. I'm winning that fight. Of course, I'm winning that fight because I'm spraying them bugs every single Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning. Got to get up here and get a little bit of fertilizer on my tomato patch. I sold some tomato plants to my neighbor over across there, and damn, his tomato plants are 10 times or twice as big as mine. There's the cabbage I don't like, but my wife does, so that's why it's there. Don't have to say no more. Cucumbers, okra, corn. Now, here's a story in itself on this corn. You notice it's hilled? I made a hiller for it. Actually, it was made for the hiller was made for the potatoes. And I hilled some other things. I thought I'd hill the corn. And, well, I think I might have messed up. There's 2 rows of jade green beans right there. I think I might have messed up because I buried some of them stalks. That row right there, there was corn standing up all the way down it, and I buried half of them. I did that. I fertilized, side dressed with fertilizer, and then I come back and I healed it. Well, this last row is a good example of it. Look at them down there laying down. Well, I don't know if they were too tall for me to do this. Those are cantaloupe and watermelon there. Here's mother blackberry. But anyway, I'll never ever hill corn again. I will not destroy something that I've worked so hard to get it to come up. You can see some blackberries here. These blackberries, believe it or not, are only a year old. A friend of mine gave these to me. They were about a foot high. We got some last week off of these. Down here, this taller one right here in the middle, I don't know. But as you can see, this is what it's going to look like down there. And there you can see, get an idea of what that trellis thing looks like. You can see that trellis, 2 wires on the bottom, and the cane goes right through the middle of it. Gets up there at the top, the cane goes through the top. I'm going to let the high ones I'm going to let them grow about a foot above the wire up there. Then I'm going to lop them off. And I'll keep that. And I'll replant it. I'm telling you, once you get a good stand of blackberries, you never ever have to buy any more. They just grow everywhere. They go crazy. I used to pick blackberries, me and my grandmother. She'd give me a 5-gallon bucket, and she had one, and we would go out her back door and be gone most of the day picking wild blackberries. That was the good old days. You can't do that anymore. People shoot at you. They don't want you on their property. And yes, I understand that. I don't know. I don't want anybody on mine. But anyway, it just doesn't happen like it used to. But these blackberries we're growing now, they're 10 times nicer than the wild ones. They're so big, so sweet. So I wanted to show you them last blackberries back here. There's my peppers. They're doing great. Got to get some fertilizer on these things. They ought to be bigger than they are. I've got to come up here with the rototiller too. Some of it needs tilled bad. So I'm going to get off of here for now. Just wanted to show you guys my blackberry patch. I'm growing something new. There's 4 rows of purple hull peas doing great. I've said this before. If you don't have purple hull peas, you're missing out. You're missing out. They are great. They're great. Really a bean, but they are so good. So good. Got to be up here in the morning to spray my potatoes. Here's a picture right here of our blackberry garden from up above, up here. You can tell it's pretty good size. It's going to be a good size. But I'm signing off for now, folks. So it's getting ready to rain, and I'm going to go in. I've been wet enough today. So good luck with your gardens, and I'll see you later. This is County Line Gardener saying bye-bye.